Good morning. I pray that your Friday was filled with spaces and places of joy, of peace, of happiness. I'm here. That's the road. There's someone driving down the road. I'm at a different part of the property, kind of close to where I have meals, and trying to show you a little bit more of the waterfall. Today's topic is when you can't see it, but you know it's there. When you can't see it, but you know there's something out there. You know, as I was eating dinner, and again, where we eat, it's a covered pavilion. I'm looking out, and I'm looking out by the waterfall, but you can't see anything. But I can hear all these noises and all these sounds. I can't see it, but I know that there's things out there. And early in the day, I had been reading a brochure that talked about don't walk around the property outside of where it's lit because there's large animals. You can't see them, but you know they're there. And I thought about how that reflects in our lives, the times when I can't see something, but I know it's there. So maybe we'll call it instinct. Maybe we'll call it intuition. You know, you get an inkling. You can't see it. You can't put your finger on it, but you know it's there. For some of you who have unfortunately experienced infidelity, there were some signs. You couldn't see it, but you knew it was there. For some of you who may have been laid off from a job or things happen. At least in my life, I've never been laid off, but God has always allowed me to leave a job because instinctively I know when it's time to leave. And typically when I leave at that particular job, something happens that would have affected me. I couldn't see it, but I knew it was there. And and sometimes I want to flip it because sometimes our instinct is not just about bad things. Sometimes it's about good things. My oldest son, he's now a dad, he's 38, he's doing well. I remember when he was born, my mom had said to me, that boy gonna be a preacher. He gonna be a preacher. And I remember thinking, how she know that? This is just an infant, it's just a baby. And when he was maybe about close to 3, I left his dad. We relocated to another state, and he really struggled with not being around his dad. Just because of expenses and transportation, he was only able to see his dad. He would spend the summers there, but he wasn't able to see him on a regular basis. And I remember he used to say, I want to get on the plane. I want to get on the plane, meaning he wanted to go home, go back to his dad. And as time went on, he got to his teenage years. Let me tell you, he acted out. He was angry. He acted out. But even when I thought things was at its worst, I would hold on to the promise that my mother had said, or her prediction, that he was going to be a preacher. And it wasn't so much that I, thought about him being a preacher, but what I thought about is there's something out there that my son is going to fulfill. There's something out there. It won't always be this bad. He will not always be this frustrated, that he will come to a place, he will come into his own. I couldn't see it, but I knew it was out there. And let me fast forward. He's now 38, and he's a barber. He has 7 beautiful children that he ministers to. And each and every person who sits in his chair, he definitely ministers to them. He definitely fills them with hope, with encouragement. He hears their pain. He's definitely doing what God has called him to do. So I just want to encourage you that just because you can't see it doesn't mean that it's not there. Just because you can't see the hope doesn't mean it's not there. Just because you can't see healing doesn't necessarily mean that it's not there. Just because you can't see it doesn't necessarily mean it's not there. It's there. Just be patient, follow the path, and recognize that it too will come to pass. I want to hurry up because I did one earlier, and this is take two, y'all don't know that, and my phone cut off on me. So I'm just going to say, I love you all. This is day 3 here. Day 2 was fabulous. I got the best massage I ever got in my life. Whew, gifted hands. Shout out to Tessa. It was a waterfall massage by the waterfall, but I'm afraid it's going to cut off, so I'm going to let it go. But just remember, just because you can't see it doesn't mean that it's not there. Continue to have faith and press forward. Love you all. Bye-bye.